Hello, everybody. And Michael Dunn.
How are you, man?
Welcome to Inside the Bullpen, or In the Bullpen, brought to you by Hilltop Office Supplies. Baseball's, in Australia at least, the only talk show in baseball history.
We do an okay job, I think, as well.
I hope so. I'm excited for the show tonight because it's a bit of a different one in terms of we are revealing the top 5 vote getters in the best and fairest for all the junior divisions. I have them right here.
So hopefully they're all sitting in front of their TV screens or their LCD screens or their iPads or whatever, seeing if their name's going to come up. It's all exciting for them.
That is exciting. And we've got 2 big characters in the baseball scene in general. MacKenzie St. George from Woodville Baseball Club, also women's all-star, but also on the women's state team, Ellie Tucker is coming to join the show just to chat a little bit about, women's baseball because the finals are happening this week. Yeah.
It's all exciting.
I am very excited about that. There's some really, really good games in there. So we're going to break that all down, and I'm excited to have them on the show.
Yeah, can't wait.
What have you been up to, Michael Dunn?
Just working this week, mate. Got,
no golf?
No golf at all. So it's been quite depressing, actually. And it's nice weather, too. It's not much fun not being out on the golf course, unfortunately.
Windy. You can shape it pretty good. Anyways, let's get into it. Div 1. We'll start with the Div 1 Senior State League, brought to you by Hilltop Office Supplies. By the way, these are the results from last night. It solidified a couple things. So Glenelg were a shot, Woodville were a shot. They are now eliminated. Max Stagg actually probably played a part in that last night. He had a huge game. Had a week off baseball, need to clear his head a little bit. Comes back with 2 doubles, including this one, which cleared the bases. West Torrens win that one 4-0. Shout out to, by the way, West Torrens, that new facility. Awesome.
Great. Yeah, they've done a great job down there, and nice sitting up on the balcony there watching the baseball, and the members of the West Torrens Baseball Club having a few drinks and just can sit there and enjoy the baseball. It's great.
So Henley won. That's cool. Sturt won. That's cool. West Torrens won. It means West Torrens can't finish higher than 3rd. Goodwood can't finish higher or lower than 4th. So West Torrens and Goodwood, again, Groundhog Day. They're going to meet in the finals in round 1 as the 3-4 game.
Yep.
Kensington can't finish higher or lower than 5th. They're playing 5th. But we're going down. So let's put the standings up here because this is absolutely crazy. It doesn't usually happen like this. For the minor premiership and for the last final spot, we are going down to the final day of the season, baby.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? The Sturt and Henley can both finish first, and East Torrens and Southern Districts, where it stands right at the minute, can finish 6th.
Southern Districts tied last night.
After all that, they end up tying the game. So it's an interesting scenario there, and we'll see what sort of happens down the track and how it all works out, and we look forward to this weekend's games.
So the formula is this. Southern Districts, this is the final round of the season. These are the playoff scenarios and the matchups going into it. Southern Districts plays Northern Districts Baseball Club. By the way, Northern Districts, they almost beat Glenelg a couple weeks ago. Last night they won 4-3 over Port.
They won or lost?
They lost 4-3 over Port. So they haven't won a game this season yet, but I wouldn't, yes, they've lost.
That would be the upset of the year,
It would be
wouldn't
the upset of the year because it would just foil their playoff chances. So you can't guarantee anything, but you're looking at that if you're Southern Districts and saying, yeah, we should win that.
And they'll certainly have a crack.
They'll
have a crack.
North will have a crack for sure.
That's what I mean. They'll have no greater pleasure than knocking Southern Districts out.
But if you're East Torrens, you're sitting at home saying, okay, we need to win the final game versus Henley and Grange to get into the finals.
Yep.
We need to win no matter what.
Yep.
We have to win that game. And that there's nothing anyone else can do about it unless something crazy happens.
Yep.
So that's a big one for East Torrens.
Yeah, it is, and it's also big for Henley because they need to win to stay in first or have the opportunity to finish first, right? So
right, and there's been some crazy things that have happened this year, right?
Yeah.
So
and there's an opportunity that Sturt may well, Golden Grove, AJ throwing, who knows? And
let me get this straight here. So the only way that you can be totally safe and guarantee that you play 2 rounds of finals is if you win the minor premiership.
Correct. That's the only team that there's no team above you that if the third and what do we say? The second and third teams lose to 4th and 5th. The only spot that is completely safe is first.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is getting a bit nuts down the line. By the way, we'll post them online later on the senior of all the other senior divisions. Those finals start this week too.
Yep.
So that was the end of the regular season for people in the baseball community. And that's crazy. Like you start the season in October, then all of a sudden it's over.
It is. No, we look forward. The finals will be fantastic. We look forward to them, and we wish all the teams that are playing in the finals the best of luck. And hopefully you can win some flags for your clubs.
We do, and the clubs get behind that, and they're pretty passionate about it. So we do have. We're going to talk a lot of women's baseball today, and we have 2 guests that are coming on. I'm not sure where they are. Where are they? They got to be lurking around somewhere. Ellie Tucker and MacKenzie St. George. They are nervous. Women's D1 playoff matchups. This is how it's all laid out. We knew this last week. The games were kind of dead rubbers over the weekend.
Yep.
Woodville play Glenelg in an elimination final. Southern Districts play Sturt. Now, what this means is the winner of Southern Districts and Sturt go straight to the grand final. Southern Districts were there last year. Sturt, the wagon, all year long. Woodville play Glenelg. The winner of that will play the loser of the qualification final. But the loser of Woodville and Glenelg, they done. They go home.
They're done. So just talk me through. So Sturt and Southern Districts. Sturt haven't lost to Southern Districts this year.
No, Sturt only lost to Woodville.
To Woodville. And what's the game scenario with Woodville and Glenelg? Do we know how many times they've played and what's their head-to-head?
So, Dunny, I'm glad you asked that, because if you, like yourself, are wondering what's going on, you can jump online on the Baseball SA website, and there's a whole preview that I've put together that gives you the guide of what's going on.
There you go.
The Glenelg and Woodville one is really interesting, because a few weeks ago, Glenelg smacked Woodville. They won like 11-1. And so let's rewind. Woodville forfeited a game because they didn't have enough players back in early January. Since that point, they're 4-1. Their one has been to Glenelg. However, 2 weeks ago, Woodville beat Glenelg 16-0.
Wow.
Or 14-0.
Yeah, right. So a complete turnaround.
Woodville's good right now.
Look out on the weekend, eh?
I can't say anybody is a wagon.
Well, that would be the game, of the one that means more than probably the other one this weekend would be the Woodville and Glenelg game, because the loser's out.
I'll head out to that game, because I think that is like, Southern Districts and Sturt, they're going to get another chance even if they lose the game. But the Woodville and Glenelg one is really, really close, because you've even got like 2 good friends that are going against each other on the mound, like Darnavine versus Bianca Smith is what you'd expect. Those are 2, they've been on state teams in the past. Bianca's on the state team this year. And Darnavine is on fire right now. So that's going to be an interesting one. Because in playoff baseball, what does it come down to?
In what sense do you mean?
You tell me,
who's hot on the day? It's pitching is very important.
Yeah.
Runs early, because then you get twitchy. So there's a lot of different things. And if your confidence is up, as you said, if they've beaten Glenelg the last time out 14-0, then Glenelg's got to be twitchy going, hang on a minute, we need to turn this around in a hurry.
Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the women's D1 leaders, because this is all final here. So this is minimum plate appearances that we had to kind of classify a couple for, because like Gemma Letton, she hit like 650 this year, but she only played like 6-7 games.
Yep.
So went through, based on the games, the average here, it states minimum 30 plate appearances. Carly Moore, she hit 560 this year. She just got in there. She won't win the Caps medal because she didn't play enough games. It's just that simple. But Carly had a ridiculous season. Some big names on there, like Megan Boers had a big one at Woodville. Bindi Stansfield, she's the savvy vet of the group.
Yeah.
RBI leaders, a big group in here, but Jess Maslin. So Jess Maslin finished 2nd in batting average, top RBI.
Yes.
And she's the defending Caps medalist.
Yes.
I reckon she's a shot this year too.
Okay.
The only problem is like Georgia Davis is going to get a bunch of votes, but
yeah, she'll get a lot, winning so many games.
And she's
hard not to.
Dual threat.
Yeah,
we haven't actually really seen a dual threat like Georgia, because like in the senior men's you see a lot of those dual threats, right?
Yeah.
In the women's, well, I know Alice is a dual. We've seen a couple dual threats.
Yeah,
actually.
Alice did a good job when she was playing in that sort of role. But as you can see there with Georgia Davis, she's also had 19 RBIs. So she's hit well. She's got RBIs, and she's what? Well, 13-1 or 13-0.
Yeah, flick over to the pitching leader here, Georgia Davis. She's 15, by the way.
15 years old, yeah.
And she's playing senior league as well. So she is going to be a contender, as we're dropping a couple hints here, in the Division 2 of that competition for a best and fairest there.
Yep.
She's a freak.
Yeah, like there you see a 368 with 51 punch outs as well. But I'd like to know what her win-loss record. You would think that almost every game
she didn't lose. Yeah, she was 8-0.
So you'd think out of those 8 games, she's going to poll in every single one of those games. They win.
Yeah,
right.
She's going to get some votes, but I mean, Ellie Tucker though at same thing. Like even in their losing effort, Southern Districts this year, Ellie she was starting on the mound this year because Sarah Short got hurt, and then she's been hitting pretty good. Ellie Tucker too. She hasn't been like dominating the stats in the same way, but she's tied for 3rd in the league with 19 RBIs.
Yep. Different if you got dual threat though.
But Ellie is a dual threat. But the problem is like look at the ERA.
There's a big difference
of Georgia Davis.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
She only walked 10 batters this year.
I mean, to me, she's a complete standout. You know, you go 15-1 and you're 8-0.
If
And,
you're the betting,
you've got 19 RBI, you're fourth in RBIs. I mean, hang on a sec. You don't need to be a Rhodes Scholar.
if you're the bookmakers,
Oh, she's $1.50 favourite.
you're probably putting money on her. But again, Jess Maslin pitched a bit this year. It's going to be interesting. Darnavine, shout out to her. 78 strikeouts this year. She
That's
pitched
great,
like
isn't it?
40-something innings.
And she missed some games too with getting married and all the other stuff that went on as well. So that number could have been pretty close to 100.
I think that's the scary thing about Woodville right now is like their ace pitcher is coming good when they need it the most.
Right time of the year. Right time of the year.
And that makes a big difference.
You just have to make the finals, and then anything can happen.
I mean, Georgia's young, right? So, like, I know Georgia. She's a competitor. She's a warrior. But if you just objectively say a 15-year-old starting, questions.
Yeah, you certainly try and get under her skin at some stage to upset her and put her off her game. So we all look forward to the weekend's games and the rest of the finals as they start rolling through.
Women's state team also has been announced. This is what it looks like. A very young team.
Yep.
Very young team. Georgia Davis on that team, but there's a few teenagers. Let's go down the list here. Izzy, she's 19 years old. Angela's 16 or 17. Amara Quinn is the youngest member of that team from Northern Districts, the only non-D1 player that made the team, and apparently she's a gun. I haven't seen her play.
Yep.
Shout out to Amara Quinn. Claire Warburton, a teenager. I was talking to Ellie Tucker a little bit about this earlier today. Like, it's expensive, by the way. It's like $2,000 to play at home.
Yep. And that's for all.
That's for everybody.
Everybody. Yeah, and I mean that's the same. It doesn't matter whether it's the women's or the men's. It's all, or the juniors. I mean, being the under 16s and 18s. It's across the board. Doesn't matter what you do. Everyone's in the same boat. So, we just happen to be hosting it this year. So it is what it is. You know.
So we gotta. I mean, if you're sitting at home and you want to help out any of these women, they're going to be starting some fundraising efforts. It is a short turnaround from when it's been announced to who's on there. Please get in touch with. I mean, you can start by getting in touch with me or Baseball SA if you want, because they're going to be looking for some sponsorships pretty soon to help. I mean, playing at home is a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, totally. And there's a good mix of some junior players there, or younger players, and some senior players as well. So, and the goal of Riley and the state coaches as team goes on with the high performance and all that stuff is just to make those younger players better and better. And in years to come, they'll be really, really competitive in the national titles when they go away. And the kids coming through the under 15 program as well now, they'll start to become eligible as years go on. So they'll it can only go from strength to strength.
I'd like to give a shout out to Gemma Letton, who's, by the way, one of my favorite players to watch because I commentate the softball as well as obviously the baseball. Gemma is dominant. Like, she's leading the league in batting average in both the women's softball and women's baseball.
Yeah, right.
Which is crazy. And she's playing on the Open Women's State team for softball. Open Women's State team for baseball. They're basically back-to-back weeks here at home.
Yeah.
That is, and we call her the Smiling. Have you seen her play?
No.
We call her the Smiling Assassin because she smiles the entire way, and she makes these ridiculous plays in center field, dives around, makes it, and she just kind of smiles.
Love it.
Like she gets a hit off you and
I'll
smiles.
I'll certainly have to come and have a look at that.
So shout out to Gemma Letton.
She's a center fielder because I already like her.
Yeah, and you're the best in the biz.
I love it.
We've got Ellie Tucker and MacKenzie St. George coming up right after the break. We'll chat a little bit about. I mean, we've kind of teed up who it is there. Let's get their thoughts on the best and fairest this year.
Yeah, let's not give them let's not give them any hints and see who they think is the outstanding player so far they've seen.
All right, we'll bring back MacKenzie and Ellie on the other side.
Yep.
Hilltop Office Supplies are here to provide you with all your stationery, sanitary products and office equipment. We are a local business servicing local communities with the ability to offer you and your business the best prices. We offer a large range of office supplies from pens, ink cartridges and toner to monitors, keyboards and laptops. If you can't see it on our website or in our catalogue, ask us and we'll source it for you. We have a partnership with Kaishira Document Solutions where you will find many leasing options available for these state-of-the-art units and plenty to choose from whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. We offer businesses a one-stop shop for all cleaning, kitchen and bathroom needs. Check out our website at www.hilltopofficesupplies.com.au. Register your business to stay on top of the latest sales and receive member specials. We are baseball people here to support the baseball community.
What's up? We're back in the bullpen. We got to get this framing sorted out. Dave, come help us out. Come back. We're live. Anyways, I am very pleased to introduce our next guest. First off, I'm kind of fanboying right here because we've got Ellie Tucker, the dual threat. Welcome to the show.
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going great. Yeah, I saw you on Channel 10 earlier this year. You're going, the project, like, that's a big deal.
You're a star.
It was definitely something. Yeah, it went around the team who was going to do it, and they pulled my name out, so I had to kind of come up with a joke, and that was great. I love jokes.
What was your joke?
Oh, about cucumber sandwiches and having a... What was it? It was like, I'd rather have a beer and a hot dog after baseball rather than a cucumber sandwich and a cup of tea.
That's fair.
Jumping over, cricket, whatever.
Yeah.
And the infamous MacKenzie St. George. I'm actually fanboying because it's from MacKenzie St. George Photography, and
That's
I
me.
have been stalking your Instagram for like a few months now because have you seen her photos?
I'm not a stalker like you, Eric.
Unbelievable.
I'm only
but-
friends with Stalker.
Yeah, only friends with Stalker. But also baseball player, all-star.
And TikTok.
Are you a TikTok star?
No, I'm not a TikTok star. I'm
I'm
really
gonna be
trying
searching
to.
now.
I will be
Still think
famous
it's
someday.
TikTok star.
Good TikToks, yeah. Quality TikToks. Best TikToks in the league, I reckon.
Oh, perfect. Another thing to stalk you on. I'm fired up. Let's go.
You gotta get started. You're missing out.
I might have to get, when I get home, I'll have a look and see what we can find.
So, finals start this week. Woodville, you have an elimination game coming up here.
We do.
But you are peaking right now at a
we're
good
at
time.
Good point.
What's going on? What's changed?
I don't really know. Like a few of us have had COVID, and I think that COVID is just juiced up with some kind of like weird vitamin. Because every time someone comes back, we just start hitting. So
Really?
Yeah, we've got a theory that COVID makes you strong.
Well, you pop
Asada,
back in
are
the
you
lineup.
listening, Asada? At Woodville on Saturday.
I got paid to say that.
Yeah, you got popped in the lineup after some time off, and now you've gone back-to-back games with hits, walks, couple ribbies, not a big deal.
NBD.
Can we
Yeah,
put
no,
them
it's
on a
feeling
wagon
good.
alert?
Yeah, I did that to you.
Yeah, you did.
I
Thank
put you on a wagon alert, and I completely kiboshed you completely.
Yeah, you did. So
You've done
if
that a
we could
lot this
pop
year, Eric.
Well, I did-
Woodville- Yeah, on a wagon alert, that'd be great.
I did that to the Sturt's men team. I was like,
Actually,
they're
Sturt women would be even better.
well, I did that to the Sturt women. I was like, they're not going to lose all game, and then Woodville go and beat them. Then I did it to the Sturt men, and they lost 9-8. I did it to West
Glenelg.
Torrens after the break. They lost one game, and then they lost like 6 of 7. Like, anyone I say is good. So, I mean, like I said you're an X factor in the finals. So now you're probably going 0 for 5.
That's it. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that earlier. I was watching your YouTube, and I was like, oh wow, you called that real early that we were gonna be out there. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the competition, each of the teams. Can you help me personify for those watching at home that haven't been following the women's comp, who each of the teams are? So we'll start with Sturt. What is Sturt like? Why are Sturt dangerous?
Just consistency all the way through. You've got Bianca Ramsey, Gemma Latin, Bindi, who's annoying because she can just hit and hit and hit, and she picks everything at first base. So
Yeah,
I think they're just captain consistency the whole way through, and that's what we've got to try. We're trying to find their weak spot, and it's hard to do.
Are you a bit annoyed? I know you've been around for a while, and Georgia Davis has kind of come up the pipeline. Have you created a monster?
I don't know if we can call her a monster. I feel like monsters
Against you.
No, I feel like monsters are big. Like she's like a little monster. What do you call a little monster? Like a pocket monster. Pokemon. She's a Pokemon. Yeah, literally a Pokemon.
And what about Southern Districts? We'll ask you to personify Southern Districts.
I struggle with Southern Districts. So Ellie, I'm just gonna say it right now, is one of the people that I cannot hit off of because she throws me curves. And actually, I shouldn't even say that, but like, cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what you strike me out every single time. And the next time we play, I'm gonna get on top of that. That's what we're training.
So you just have to throw fastballs now and you're out anyway.
And South's going good this year. Just squeaked in the top 2 for the double chance.
Yeah. We owe you guys a big thanks for that in the second to last round. Definitely did us a favour. Look, we're kind of coming together. We've lost a few steady people from last year and coming back through this year. We're just trying to sort of find our feet, and we've had a few really good games. We've had a few games where we're a bit disappointed, and I think that the middle 3, which is Glenelg, us, and Woodville, it's been so tight, and you don't know who's going to win what game. It's who's going to rock up on the day. So, Glenelg got on us the other day, and they were just hitting, like, gaps. Then you guys got on Glenelg, and we're like, okay, well, now we don't know who's going where. We're used to sort of seeing some consistency in the games and the winning, and we just don't know what's going to happen. So, and then, someone's going to throw a curveball in there with Sturt. For sure.
But maybe not you.
Probably not me, no. Bindi will rip that.
What about Glenelg, your opposition? There's on paper, this is so evenly matched. Like, and I'm looking forward to the Darnaveen Borsveen, versus Bianca Smith showdown, which is probably going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be interesting. It's hard playing against Glenelg because they're like our buddies, So it's really like people within Glenelg are friends of mine. So yeah, it's I always really look forward to playing them, and it's always really good energy going around. At least for Woodville, playing Glenelg as well. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. 4
p.m. Sunday. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, no, we are. We're looking forward to it. So tell us, girls, how did you guys both get involved in baseball, and how did that come about? And tell us a bit more of why you love playing baseball at now at the highest level you can in South Australia.
I used to play softball in the States, and when I came over here, I just had a couple of my friends that were coming over to play baseball. So we started here when there were the few teams that were all the colored teams. Yeah, so we were Blaze, and we won the championship, which I still hold very close to my heart.
I didn't know you played then.
I know.
I didn't even know.
I don't remember you.
I was in purple, yeah. Because I played at Southern Districts when I was a kid, T-ball and everything like that, like when I was 5. And then made the shift over to softball, played softball for a billion years. And then, coloured teams came, and I was like, I always wanted to go back and play baseball. So I did both for a little bit, and then just went straight to baseball after that, and have never looked back.
It's kind of cool that we went from just having, 3 or 4 colored teams in 5-6 years ago to now we have 3 divisions of women's baseball, which is, I think, grown a bit faster, because I was part of that office when Baseball SA started that competition. I think that grew a bit faster than what we anticipated in a great way. Like, why do you think people are jumping and starting to play baseball rather than maybe some other sports that they could play?
I like to think good vibes only. There's only good vibes going around. I think a lot of other sports and stuff, there's a lot of politics and that sort of thing, where we have always sort of come in and be like, we just want good vibes, just good baseball. And especially the Div 1, it's a community. We go out there, we know all the girls, we're having a laugh. That we had last week, it was a nothing game, and I was just having fun the whole time. So I think it's, we're all mates and have a drink after the games and stuff and check in. So I think it's just really good vibes.
So Bianca Smith tells us a funny tripping story. Who wants to fill us in on the tripping story of Bianca Smith?
Bianca says that
me?
somebody is a bit rough and rowdy on the field. And ran into her on the first base line.
Okay, that was me.
Okay, let's hear this story.
I wouldn't do that. I don't think I'm a rough person. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So you were in the wrong place.
I think it was definitely me. She went flying, and she was like, "What are you doing?"
But that's an evil laugh.
Honestly, a few games ago, I was stealing the second base, and she threw to second base, and she hit me in the back. So I think we're even now. I think it's final.
I'm okay with that, though. It's sort of an unwritten thing that we don't really truck unless it's a final or something like that. But if Bianca Smith's standing in the way, I might give her a little poke on the way through, just for a bit of love.
Just because it's Bianca.
Yeah, that's it.
So we were just kind of theorizing before you came on the show about who potential candidates for the Caps medal could be. Who do you think? Who are some people in the competition that you're kind of watching, being like, okay, let's flag them?
Who's your top 2? Who's going to finish first and second?
I think Carly Moore is definitely up there.
Yeah, Seymour.
She's had a
Carly's been insane, but she missed a lot of games.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
That's
Carly,
true.
by the way, led the league in stolen bases with 17 and missed half the season.
Wow.
So yeah, Carly would absolutely be, but I
forgot
think
about
she's
that.
missed.
Yeah.
George has got to be up there. She's pitched so consistently.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
she's got to be up there. Probably, yeah. I would, if I had to put money on it, I'd put my money on Georgia.
Who do you least like to face when you're up to bat and someone's on the mound?
Anyone with a ball. I don't know. I think Dana's got she can throw some heat, and her curveball makes me look pretty stupid sometimes. So yeah, probably Dana.
Yeah, well, I already answered mine, but apparently you don't have a
again.
curveball. So.
Say it again.
Ellie Tucker.
What's Darna? I can't say her name like in my app. How do you say it in your act? Darna. It sounds weird, right? Like everyone's like Donna.
No,
in
and
their
she loves
accent.
it because like sometimes I get a little bit insecure about my accent,
Say
and so
me
I just
too.
I
Let's
just say
go.
it how everyone
Come on.
else is saying it, and she's like, no, you have to say it with an R because that sounds so much better than Donna.
Darna.
Yeah,
That's how I
so
say
it's
it.
Darna,
And
yeah.
her sister Tarni.
Yeah,
It's like it just sounds weird when we say it, right?
yeah.
What's she been drinking lately though? Because she's only allowed 4 earned runs in the last 4 games, and it's not a coincidence that I think that Woodville have won 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, no, I don't know. She's just been on fire, and she has like a pretty sore arm, so she goes out like having a Panadol before each game. So I don't know if it's that, but no, she's just a wicked player. Like she knows what she's doing out there, and yeah, we get around her.
We will get to a couple questions that we ask everybody on the show in a minute. However, women's state team you will be playing on. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
It's a young team.
It is, absolutely. I think it's really great to see the kids that we've got coming through, and I'm going to call them kids. We've got Amara, who's 15, Angela, who's really held down East Torrens this year.
No, they're legally kids.
Yeah, they're it's not very fun because there's the kids, and then there's the 20-somethings, and we love it to death, and then there's Bindi. So there's really 3 clear age groups in the state team, but I think it's great seeing the kids who are coming through and want to give them the best experience that we can, and get them some games in while they're really young, because this is my first time playing state. I haven't done it before, so but I'm really excited, especially it being a home tournament, to get out in front of the young kids here and give them something to aspire to, things that we didn't have when we were coming up through t-ball and baseball.
It's expensive though, isn't it?
She's not cheap. No, she's not. I think we're looking between sort of 15 to 1700, and then add our uniforms on top. So, I mean, if anyone does want to sponsor us and wants to reach out, and that would be amazing, because there's a lot of us, and some girls we've got playing state softball as well as state baseball, which is 2 very close together. So anything anyone wants to do to help, that would be fantastic.
And what will you be doing? Have you got some things planned for some fundraising things that you want to tell everybody about, or is there some things happening in the near future that people can get involved in?
We're working on it. The team's only just recently been announced, so there's a lot that we're trying to fit into a very short period of time, but definitely keep an eye out, and anything that you can jump on and get involved in, that would be amazing.
And we'll also bring that up here. If you guys let us know what's going on, we'll put it on the show and see if we can help you out in that way as well.
Awesome.
Well, MacKenzie, Ellie, thank you so much for joining the show. Questions we ask everybody. We'll start with, should we mix up the order this time?
You do whatever you want to do. You run the show, man. I'm just here to make the numbers up.
You go first.
That's true. All right, we'll start with...
They're not tough questions, but we like to hear everyone's range of answers, which is fantastic.
We'll start...
We've got questions for you as
Ooh,
well.
hello.
Do you?
Look out.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect. Excellent.
That's trouble.
That is trouble. I'm worried.
And
Anyways, that's the
thanks for
show.
joining
Thank
the
you so
show.
much for joining us, Ellie. Now, let's start with childhood idol or sporting. Anyone. Just who is a kid were you really looking up to and kind of crafted who you are?
Ooh, crap, that's really hard. I don't know, actually. I didn't watch there wasn't a lot of women's sport for me to get around, so I don't really think I had a lot of idols. Women's wise, there was some softball players out here. I think I'll throw a name out there, Mandy Braddock, who I played softball with at Seacombe. She was just really awesome, always had a good attitude. I wasn't actually really that big.
It doesn't have to be sport.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anyone. Right, Robin Williams, he was hilarious.
Nice.
He was a very funny man.
That's one of my favorite responses so far. What about you, MacKenzie?
I'd like to say my mom. Her name's Cindy.
Hey,
and-
Cindy, what's up?
She's wicked. She's a really good person. Yeah, she just inspired me and to like chase my goals no matter what they were. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Great.
Love that. What about the greatest sporting event that you've ever been to?
Ooh, a sporting event. For me, it was the grand final against Glenelg.
When you were playing in that was an epic game.
that was so good.
That was
That is the highlight of my sporting career, from soccer and softball and that sort of thing. That is number 1 for sure.
You're American, right? You'd have heaps of sporting
I'm
events.
trying to think.
Where are you from?
College.
So I grew up just like outside of Chicago, about an hour and a half.
Go Bears.
So, Yeah, well, our sporting teams aren't very strong, but when I was living there, I went
Go
to see
Cubs.
a couple. Yeah, I wish I was there for that, but I went to see a couple Bulls games, and that was when like Derrick Rose and stuff were playing there, so that was pretty cool. I'd probably say it that season.
And if you could go to any event, let's not even keep it out of sports, just any event anywhere on Earth, what would you go to right now? You can turn back time if you want. You could be like Woodstock. I don't know.
I would definitely want to go to Formula One at Monaco. I'm pretty big into Formula One, and I know that I'll never have the money to go to Monaco. So let's go.
Were you Team Max or Team Lewis this year?
Max for sure. But I'm Team Lando and Team Daniel.
Team Lando. I love it.
I love Lando. He's hilarious.
And what about you, MacKenzie?
I think I would have really liked to be at the Super Bowl this year, just for the halftime show only.
How epic was that?
So great.
That was crazy.
I've
Did you watch
watched
that,
it so
Dunny?
many times. Yeah, it was
I
such a
couldn't
good
watch
show.
this. I watched the halftime. Couldn't watch the Super Bowl.
Not into football.
No, I'm
he's a massive football
diehard
fan.
into football.
Bills
I'm
fan.
a diehard Buffalo Bills fan, and they lost, and I was just like, I was sulked
Yeah.
for like 3 weeks. My dad flew to Australia to watch the Super Bowl with me, thinking the Bills would be in it, and then my dad and I were just like hiking in Tasmania, like doing our thing instead, playing a bit of golf, then
You
went
were.
camping and hiking and all. It was weird times. Music, top song on your Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, that is.
We ask all the hard questions here.
Yeah, I
don't
know,
even
but
know what that
I've got such a range that I listen to. It could be. I have my phone somewhere. No, it's.
It doesn't matter what you say. I'm not gonna know what it is anyway.
Why
So
we're not gonna be like Ellie Tucker lied on the show.
I couldn't tell you. It's probably.
Who's that by?
It's probably old, like pop punk, like My Chemical Romance or something, just to be super pathetic.
I'm probably just gonna. So we have a Woody's team playlist.
Oh.
And the number one song on it was added by Todd, our coach, and it's "He Could Be the One" by Miley Cyrus.
That's the one.
Yeah,
Can you sing it for us?
He could be the one. He could be the one.
That's the first one that's done it. Max Stagg
we
was
didn't
like
have to
never.
ask twice, did we?
No, I love the attention.
I love this. MacKenzie St. George, Ellie Tucker. What's your questions? Do you have a question for us?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, so I've got two different.
Wait, she's bringing her phone out with the questions on
I
it.
wrote them today.
Are these for Eric, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were gonna be.
No, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm actually nervous.
I'm
now.
okay. I'm happy to just
What's
sit
that?
here and make up the numbers.
Okay, I've got two different categories. One is like, actually, I'm just gonna ask you all of them. Okay, what is better to commentate between hockey and baseball?
Oh
Come
boy.
on, one word answer. Let's go.
Yeah, you got 5 seconds.
Hockey.
Next. I'll kill him after
Summer
the
or
show.
winter?
Summer.
Winter.
Who's funnier, Kenzie or Joey McDougal?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I would have said Joey, but now I have to say Kenzie.
Yeah,
like
that-
100%. That's an easier one.
Favorite drink?
Do you know Joey McDougal?
No.
Oh.
I slid into his DMs though.
Oh. I know Joey
Do you know Joey?
way too well.
Oh,
Way
God.
too well. He lives with me.
Oh my gosh. Hey, we'll talk about this later.
Good job.
This is good. Okay, favorite drink.
Wait, you gotta hold this. You gotta hold the microphone up to her. Come on.
It's not all about
It's her
you.
show.
It's actually
Welcome,
my show.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kenzie St. George Show. Here's your host, Kenzie St. George.
Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. On the show, we have Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Kenzie. What's up? Thanks for having me on your show.
Okay. I would like to know your star sign.
I am a Libra, but
Ah.
I wish I was a Gemini.
Leo and wish I was a Leo.
They're both good star signs, especially the Gemini. Okay. These are questions that Hinge asks you
Okay.
when you are on a dating profile, right? So it says, finish this sentence. Believe it or not,
Ooh. I don't know what to believe. Like I'm connect. I don't know. I actually don't know what to say to that. Believe it or not,
Beep. Time's up. What do you geek out on?
Okay. I geek out on poetry, to be honest.
Oh, that's nice.
I
Eric.
actually read a lot of poetry,
That's
to
cool.
be totally honest. So
Alright.
I'm gonna
Do
give
you
that.
want to tell us one?
Not really.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Yeah.
Kenzie's funny than Joey. What do you do?
Oh, see, there's a poet.
What do you take pride in?
I think I take pride in being like my genuine self when I'm especially around
Cool,
like sports
yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I'm a pretty authentic person going around there.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
really try to
awesome.
be anyone but myself. So I think I take pride in that.
You're pretty good, yeah.
All right, last question. What kind of texter are you?
Ooh.
Are you like a click, 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 send, click, 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 send?
yeah.
Or are you like
No.
paragraph?
Well, I'm a bit of both.
Oh,
I'm a bit of both.
Mix it up.
Mix it up. It depends who I'm texting, I suppose, and depends how excited I am about a subject.
If he's talking to the boys, it's one word, and if he's talking to the girls, it's poetry.
Literally. Yeah.
It depends on how many beers deep I am.
Yeah, correct. That's probably goes down to it. Wow.
Good to see you in the spotlight. I like it.
Yeah, this was not expected, but I actually really appreciate this. Kenzie St. George Show has interviewed Eric Balder. You weren't kidding when you said I'm going to interview you.
Yeah. Once I said that, I was like joking about it. I'm like, I'm actually going to do that. Why not? Yeah.
We'll talk about Showtime McDougal after.
Yeah, I can't wait. Hi, Joey.
Kenzie, Ellie, thank you so much for joining the show. Best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're going to reveal the top 5 juniors in every junior league, I suppose, after the break, so we'll see you then.
Here at Just a Thing Furniture, we offer quality factory direct furniture at wholesale prices. From wall clocks, prints and lamps to couches, beds, rugs and outdoor furniture. We make furniture affordable, where you save up to 80% on retail, offering you the finest furniture at discount prices. When you buy from us, you won't wait months for your new furniture. Everything you see is ready for immediate delivery, and mention Super League Baseball and we'll deliver it for free. We pride ourselves on customer service, and our team works tirelessly to offer our customers on-trend furniture at heavily discounted prices. Visit our huge warehouse in Beverley, open 7 days a week, or jump online to check out our latest deals at www.justthethingfurniture.com.
I was just put on the hot seat.
I love it. I love you being on the hot seat.
That was how come you didn't get asked?
Well, because they don't know who I am. They know who you are, Eric.
I'm a big deal.
You are a big deal.
Anyways, Hilltop Office Supply sponsoring the show delivered. That was a long interview. That was
good characters, aren't they? That's what we love, and that's why baseball, women's baseball in South Australia is growing every single year with the amount of teams, and the girls just they just love playing, The boys are really, really serious, and the girls just, they just love coming out, playing and enjoying themselves and just getting amongst it.
Well, there we go.
Not that they're not serious, but
I'm flustered after being asked that, to be honest. So let's settle us down by announcing the top 5 of the juniors.
Let's go. Let's start. I hope they're all watching.
Ready?
And
drum roll. Minor League
hopefully
South.
their name comes out.
Southern Districts, William Bowie. Adelaide, Jordan Brown. Adelaide, Angus Deere. Adelaide, Leo Roberts Thomas. And Goodwood, Simon George. Congratulations, you're in the top 5. These are alphabetical, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to wait and find out. Junior presentations on the 18th of March to find out. Minor League North, Jack Bowden, Port Adelaide, Chris Clayton, Kensington, Cooper Povey, Henley and Grange, Archer Spratt, Kensington, Riley Vine, Northern Districts Baseball Club. Congratulations.
Well done.
That's a good mix of spread. 5 different clubs in that one. So minor league's like under 11.
Little League Division
Under
1?
13. Sebastian Bravo, East Torrens. Tate Cools, Southern Districts. Mitchell Coxon, Adelaide. Cayenne Taufui. I'm sorry. I didn't pronounce your name right. I'm so sorry. But Cayenne, congratulations. You're in the top 5. And Jack Wilton from Northern Districts, top 5.
Great.
Little League Division 2. Olivia George from Golden Grove.
Nice.
Yeah, you like Olivia George getting in there?
Yeah,
Lawyer
that's
Hosking.
fantastic.
Anton Kumar from Woodville. Lillian Sterry from Southern Districts. That's one that Ellie Tucker coaches.
Uh-huh.
And Ewan Walker from Gawler. Good to see the girls.
Yeah, that's great.
Junior League Division 1, under 15s. Sam Galpin from Goodwood. Galpin boy.
Yeah, another goody boy.
Cale Hampton. Is that related to Kai Hampton? Must be.
You would think so.
From
being at Sturt, yep.
Jordan Miller from Golden Grove. Haru Riley from East Torrens. Now, he had like a 0.1 ERA this year. I was talking to David Patton a little bit before the show. He was coaching over there. This 15s team is ridiculous. They stole a bunch. That's the team that stole.
16-1 or 15-1?
Well, I think 15-1.
Yeah.
And he was saying that's the one we were learning about, that they stole 40. One player stole 40 bases.
Yes.
Crazy.
Correct.
Jonas Spry from Kensington, another big year there. Deacon Philco, related to Darko, of course.
Yes.
From Gawler. William Johnston from Goodwood. This is Junior League Division 2. Hudson Lee and Hudson Pett. You got to be named Hudson to come in the top 5 from Gawler and Goodwood. And Alex Punchin from Kensington. Congratulations. Junior League Division 2, top 5.
Fantastic.
Not in order, kids. Intermediate League. Jethro. Andrew, I'm not going to say it. Jethro, baby, let's go.
Jethro Alphabet.
There must be a few tied votes in here because Paul Bond, Owen Cuzner from East Torrens, Ollie Fielder from Goodwood, Zach Fraser from Adelaide, Connor Hunt from Goodwood, Riley Perrin from Adelaide, and Lachlan
there's a
Fitzner
few.
from Kensington.
That must be really
There's
close.
a few ties in there.
There has to be. And Ollie Fielder, my business partner's son.
Ollie Fielder brought to you by Hilltop Office Supplies.
Absolutely.
Literally
Hopefully,
brought to you by Hilltop Office Supplies.
So good luck to you, Ollie, and maybe you can bring home some some silverware that Dad never did.
Senior League, Division 1, Jack Bushell. Are you kidding me? He's going to be nominated for like Rookie of the Year as well in the Div 1 Cup. Will Kuzner, Ben Ganley, Alistair Tanner from Kensington. He's one to watch, by the way. Same with Tyga Watt from Henley and Grange, and Connor Yateman. Those Yateman boys, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they're going well.
Over from East Torrance. Senior League Division 2, Zach Altamira, Georgia Davis, and Alexander Gellert were named. That's from Sturt, and Goodwood. Of course, Noah Rogers from Golden Grove and Callum Wilson from Glenelg. And the last one, Big League, top 5. Not in, this is alphabetical order. Jack Hutton from Sturt.
Mm-hmm.
You know Jack. You know Mark Hutton. You've heard of him.
Oh, yeah, I've heard his name somewhere around the traps.
Ethan Kelsey from Henley and Grange. Hunter Mitchell from Sturt. Jack Mossman from Sturt. And Brady Smith from Adelaide. And there, ladies and gentlemen, are your top 5 juniors. Congratulations to all.
Yeah, congratulations to them. And the winners will be named, I think, next Friday. Is it next Friday night, Eric?
Friday the 18th, yeah.
Yeah, the presentation here at West Beach. So
people got to get down and get their tickets.
Everyone will be looking forward to that. That should be a good afternoon, and we'll name the winners of all those grades of junior baseball. So congratulations to everyone that's been nominated.
All right. That will do it for that. Let's talk community moments here. Not as many milestones this week. Last week we had like a laundry list
all
of them.
All from one club too, wasn't it? Last week they've all had them now. They can't have any more.
Ridiculous. Gemma Letamendia, 200 games with Henley and Grange.
200.
Yeah, she's played a while. She was on those colored teams as well that the girls were talking about before. Another legend of the game, Meryl Aitken, 200 games at Goodwood. Everyone that talks to Meryl's been around and played for ages.
Yep.
That Facebook post got so much love to Meryl, so congrats on playing 200. Jess Maslin played her 50th game at Glenelg on this weekend past, and Jess, reigning Caps medalist, going to be in contention again. Congrats to her. Adelaide Giant.
Adelaide Giant as well, yes.
Big shout out, by the way, to David Mitchell over at Glenelg. He played his last game of baseball, 73 years old.
73?
Yeah. He's retired. He's decided to hang him up. He decided he can't
That's
play.
enough, 73?
73 is enough. David Mitchell, everyone gave him a lot of love too. 73.
My God, it'd take you to have a 5-day ice bath just to get back up the next weekend.
Well, congratulations to him.
How many games at 73, I wonder?
Thousands.
Someone needs to tell us how many games he played as a 73-year-old. He's been around baseball forever.
Things I like going around. Just a couple things this week. Ruby from Kensington Little League hit a home run.
Great.
And look how happy Ruby is.
Yeah.
Let's go, Ruby.
Ball and everything.
And a big shout out to, we didn't talk about them in this show, but the East Torrance women's team, they got bumped up a division. They ended up playing Division 1 baseball, and they won a couple games, and they competed. They were not an easy victory at all. Congratulations on getting through the season. They're going to be better. They got young Angela Mortius, who's been throwing good on there. So good on you. And that's just a message to other clubs. Like, get your teams up there. Like, let's see what happens in Division 1, because they really held their own.
Yeah, they'll only get better as they play more games. It's like they talk about any sport. The more games you play, the better you become. So they did a fantastic job. And as you said, they'll only get better. And they've got a Division 2 team as well. So some of those girls will just organically move into their Division 1 team as well as time goes on. So they'll just get stronger and stronger as a women's club as years go by.
On a bit of a sadder note, John Tuckwall from Glenelg Baseball Club, kind of known all around the league. People will be very familiar with him throughout the years. The oldest bat boy in the league. Unfortunately, he passed away over I've been informed from Glenelg. So thoughts with the Glenelg family. That's got to be a tough one too. Look at that. That's a great photo.
Totally.
So thoughts with them. But yeah. Tight community baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been around for a very long time, and it's another sad day, and we've lost a few people in the last couple of weeks. So we wish all the people at Glenelg their condolences.
That'll do it for a pretty outrageous show.
No, it's fantastic. We
Good
need
one,
more
though.
of that. Yeah, no, it's great.
That was
the
good.
girls were fantastic. They certainly weren't shy of the camera at all, were they?
That was awesome. MacKenzie came with interview questions.
Yes.
I can't believe that.
Hey, make sure if other people come with more questions for Eric, because
she sang.
He was a fish out of water. He was a fish out of water.
That's all I wanted.
It.
All right, that'll do it for us. We'll see you next week. We'll recap the men's and preview the men's finals then. But we'll see you then.
See you guys. Have a good week.
Peace.